to more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Bit of a jump from where we were in the last episode, but I did say we're going to clear the eastern side of the Shadowkeep now. So we've kind of done the southern piece, followed that all the way through to a brand new legacy dungeon. You guys can explore that. You can't really damage any quest lines or anything like this, but for now, I'm just trying to gain access to places for everybody. There's a lot of stuff that we kind of want to do. And I also really want to get a quest line done before we do too much progress. There's no real reason to rush it, but kind of just want to have that kind of knocked out, especially for casters, because it'll give us access to some new spells and stuff. So I think that should be a priority for us. Either way, as you can see, church district entrance. That's where we're going to be heading in from. We have some stuff to deal with before we drop the water. So we're going to go ahead and jump across to there. There's a lift to the left. It's not really something we need to care about. I guess if you use this as like a PvP playground, this area is probably pretty cool for the amount of verticality and stuff, but right now we are not too interested in that. I do encourage people to at least go around here a little bit on your own, because there's some like spooky bits and bobs. Just kind of, that gives it some atmosphere. But outside of that, shouldn't be too long in the area. It's going to be the kind of upper loop that we need to do. We're going to unlock access to two bosses, and I'm unsure whether we should take them on now or not. Like, if you're a mage, have methods for both of them. If you're not a mage, they're both a bit nasty, if I'm honest. Stupid Sunflower and Boar Dude. As you can see, we're just jumping across the platforms here. I really don't want to hop on about, you know, how we jump over stuff. As you can hear, we've got something moving around in the water. But it is just a spook mechanic. It's not going to jump out or anything, so we can pretty much ignore it, which is why you should probably experience this without a walkthrough first. Nothing else on this little ring here, and I think it's quicker to just fast travel back rather than walk all the way back to where we were. We are going to be crushing crabs as we go around, because like there's extra runes. Let's go. I don't even know how much rune items I have. That was a close jump, wasn't it? I don't know how much rune item we have right now. Nah, not that much really. Not that much. Got like 100 and maybe 200k. Not that much. It's not gonna be anything to write home about. Smash through the crabs. This little bit of crabby bit, not too arduous. I'm sure you guys can agree. Just some free runage as we cross across. Don't think there's anything over there. Nope, not yet. So we're going to need to jump across onto the wall. Something important here, once you jump, stop pressing forward, because there is a pool of water and you could walk off and, well, that would be unfortunate. Once we get over, it's going to start spawning explosive dudes. Can't say I'm a fan. We will Yoda them down. That's why we bought this sword, because it's able to stagger most things out of their attack patterns. Even you, Exploso Bozos. And you know what? I think I want some FP regen, because we're using that. We're going to be able to get a lot in this area. So just bear that in mind. Also, another good thing to have is Zula's Moonblade. It also has pretty good stun on it, especially with some of the enemies we're going to be facing off against. Jump over this way. Man. No, that's bad. This is going to hurt. I'm jumping across there. I ain't playing with you like that. Alright, so we have an encounter with one of the fire dudes. We're going to get over there as quickly as we can. Try to roll through the fire. It's annoying because it has a delay on it. And then we're going to stun lock it to death. That's why we bought this sword. That's why we upgraded it. That's why we're tricking out in decks. Alright. Jumping on over it. Same as before. Stop pushing forward as you start jumping. We don't want to be falling off into the water. Brings us to the roof. This is a surprisingly friendly set of little area. I was like paranoid as hell dropping off onto this. I couldn't see any enemies. And I was like, where's the ambush? And no ambush. Like, what is this? Not even enemies up here with us. This really reminds me of Dark Souls 3. I really feel like there was an area just like this in Dark Souls 3 in the cathedral. And, well, that was way worse than this. That's all I can say. Alright then, so there's a room I'm going to leave for now because we don't have all of the items that we want. So when we drop down, where's the fire dude? Always just double check. There's 2 patrolling fire guys here. And so it can be this end. So just make sure before you drop down so you're prepared. The prayer room key, which we got a long time ago when we got invaded near a church. Out this way. Where are we? The Church of the Crusade. The dude is in here. I wonder if we can see him through the window. Just about, if you squint, maybe? We can open this door, we'll have access to him. We actually only have 1 item which can interact with him, which is the Iris of Occultation. Where did we? I don't know where it's gone. We picked it up in the Fort of Reprimand a long time ago. But we want the other one as well before we start interacting with those. There are 2 of each. There's an Iris of Grace and an Iris of Occultation. There are 2 of each of those, and there are 2 characters that can be used on. And basically, you're choosing between the weapon and the Spirit Ash. I'm going to try to get both Spirit Ashes this playthrough, but I'm going to prefer to get one that I haven't tried yet, because I really want it. So that's why I'm going to do that quest first-ish. What I really want to do is show you getting stun-locked by Adula's Moonblade. Already aggroed, aren't you? Well, we can sneak up on you. It's interesting, isn't it? I just want to show stun lock with the Adula's Moonblade. So if you're not liking using the curved sword, you can Moonblade it out as well if you wish to. We do still have more of them, so be careful. So, pick your choice of poison. I'm going in. That's going to be a lift in a minute. We don't want that right now. What we do want to do is come over this way. We're just going to unlock a grace. This is just in case something goes wrong with the next couple of little bits we're going to do. We're not going to rest, because we don't really want to reset the fire, guys. But it does mean we don't have as long to go if we happen to have a hiccup or an accident. Which I'm hoping that we won't. It's a long lift, I'm sorry. So we're just going to walk through, tag this for now. We are actually going to come back here later in the episode, so this will be useful because we're going to head up that ladder to progress towards something else as well. This is going to we're just basically continuing, well, I can't talk. We are basically continuing to do all of the side content that is around the Shadow Keep before we actually go for Mesmer, right? So this is all side stuff, and this upper area is going to allow us to get out to this kind of back part. And is also going to allow us to have access to this, which means at that point we're able to complete the quests in the cathedral, and I'm going to have that as one full episode, much like with Dolius, even if it's a longer episode. It should be too long. Alright then, so we've been up, now we're coming back down. You can see that loot right there. That's something that we want. That is a Scadutree fragment. You can wait for later to do this, if you wish to. Because we can drop the water, and make sure that we don't die in the water. But for speed's sake, I'm going to do it now. Unless you do that. As I was saying, for speed's sake, we're actually going to go ahead and jump on there. And what I should have done is try to jump on the direction that the arm is facing. So that you don't feel quite so worried when you jump across. Now we can go ahead and we can jump back over. And we continue with the area. Obviously, I'm going to have an extra red guy around here, so I just need to be careful. Which is all the way down there. There we go. So as I said before, look, so that's patrolled all the way down, sort of saying. So when you come down that ledge, just make sure you have a quick look down there. Fair few bats along here. Kind of strange how the, like, creatures, and I almost forgot about this. This got me on the stream as well. Gap in the path, look, that you may well miss. That was pretty close. My jump failed. I swear I'm getting button delay or something in my controller. Careful going too far, because there is another bat. Surprised it hasn't already aggroed, actually. Come on. Up the ladder for the switch. This will drain the water. I'm not entirely sure if we can, like, undrain it. Don't think so. So once this is done, this is a done thing, which is why I wanted to make sure that we got the ancient dragonstone on there, because I'm pretty sure we can't get up there once that's been done. I'm sure that would annoy no end of people. So from here, there's a couple of options. Where we got the scatter tree fragment from, you could go and jump back over there and then drop down. It's going to take you behind an encounter we're going to go ahead and do. The advantage of that is, well, you'll be behind the encounter. The disadvantage is you won't have been to the Grace, which means if the fire guy that we're going to fight, which is like an upgraded one, drops his helmet, if he kills you, you've got a longer reset than me, so I'm going with this way. And we can rest. Resting is fine. And so we effectively have like 3 mini-bosses down here. Because we've got the one we're going to get now, which is Hooded Boy. And we're probably going to follow this all the way through, just because otherwise we're going to end up coming through twice. Where is it? Need to go through that building. Yeah, so we grab this loot. So, there's probably some other bits hidden around. But nothing, there's nothing significant that I need to worry about right now. So through here, if you're going to come straight in for this guy, avoid the tree. That is going to be an ulcerated tree spirit. 1 of 2 in this area, which is why we have 3 mini-bosses. I recommend rushing this guy, so because he's going to have a big entourage of fire dudes that want to blow up. How much health he has? Come on. Down you go. Get off. There's the Deathsmath Helm. And I'm kind of tempted to use it because it should go with our set. And it raises your... Is it this one? Oh, that reset... No, it's not this one I was thinking about. I thought they dropped a red one that raises... It's like Mini Radon's Rune. It's like a tiny bit of HP, equip load, stamina. Suits us as well because it's red. Alright, so from there, we're going to take this turn here. So we're heading north from where the red guy was. Don't try dropping onto that. Tried it. That's an invisible floor. Like, you'll just fall straight through it. Bit sad, really. Don't think this opens. It does. Ah, this is the lift. This is the one that I wanted to find. I don't know whether to fight this boss or not. Like I say, it's going to be harder for melee characters. If we turn the Mimic into a Shard Spiral turret, we'll probably just annihilate it. Which we could do right now. The little problem with that is we don't have much time. We're on 15 minutes. And we need to get this area done. So we're going to leave it. We're going to have like a boss rush basically. in a few episodes time, we're gonna have like 4 bosses in a row. I think it works out because we're gonna have Gaius, Sunflower, Slug Thing, Mesmer. And Midas. 5. We're gonna have 5 bosses very, very shortly. Iris of Grace, that's what I wanted. Take the Grace. So you guys will have to go and fight it for the sake of saving time in this specific episode. I'm gonna leave that where it is. And then I'm gonna go back to the Sunken Chapel. So now we got 2 ulcerated tree spirits. Still with number 1. Oops. It's all going to start rumbling as we get close to this tree. Straight for the grab, of course it is. Man. Just obnoxious, aren't you? Always. Always obnoxious. Dead now, though. Mantle of Thorns. Right, I'm going to quickly reset back at the chapel. And now we can continue on in the zone. I was walking over to this piece of loot here. I think it must be like insignificant, and big crab came out. Charge power, like 2 or 3 charge powers. It was dead. You can see how little FP I've used. But we're going to head back towards... This is where we entered the area, so you can take the lift back up if you wish to. We don't really need to do that. I'm going to come through to the crab here. These don't seem to have terribly high magic resistance, so we're just gonna beast through them. Sorry, mummy crab. Need those runes. Continuing on around. So, I don't know why, but during the stream, the second ulcerated tree spirit didn't appear for me. But it did appear on my strength build when I was through here like 5 minutes ago. So, I'm hoping there's not something that we need to do to trigger it. As we come over this way. That's pretty much all the dangerous enemies down here dealt with, which is good. That's what we want. Because I believe we didn't pick up the book yet, I'm going to go back into the church. We should have lift on the right hand side. That's what I got the other one muddled up with. I thought the other one was going to be the way up, but there should be one right over there, and that's going to take us back up to where we want to go. Although we don't really need to do that. Just going to get by here. That was a nice bunch of fruit. Oh, we did pick it up. Haha. Alright, okay. So that means storehouse back section. We can head back into the main Shadowkeep area, which is nice for us. Not quite enough for a level, eh? Not quite enough. Done a lot of decimation of enemies, and we haven't really had a decent reward. Up the ladder, though. We can get a treat up here. So just make sure you're not too quick coming up. Because we are in close proximity to some enemies. We've got one on the back here as well, actually. There's a red enemy right there. Can't really target us right now, so that's useful. Alright, drop into sneak mode. This one is not a trap, which is nice. Treated us there. One down. It seems like these things are sound sensitive, so let's test having some black knife armor on. There's one above us that's patrolling, and it should, after a few steps, pass right in front of us. And I did get it to work. We can stealth kill this one, or at least get the stealth attack on it. Right there, look. So just gonna wait for that one to go in front. Just helps us out a little bit, right? Now, I am going to be pretty brief as we go through this inner area because there's a lot of loot we could get, but my main focus here is reaching a certain point. Okay, we're going to clear all of this area in its entirety as its own episode, which will be the Shadowkeep library, probably, because that's what this kind of is. We've got questline stuff in here and all sorts, so really need to be pretty good with that. You can obviously progress over there. That there should be another Spirit Ash. I think it's that one. No, it's not that one. That's a spell. Spirit Ash is on... should be on that one there. You see the dude looks like he's kind of splayed out like Jesus. Pretty sure that's the one with the Spirit Ash. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. But we want to go this way. We're not touching any switches or anything. Change stuff around yet. Like you guys can obviously go ahead and explore, do what you want, but just so that each individual episode is complete in the way that I want it to be, this is how we're doing it. Blessed bird shards, very useful. Now we have new Sight of Grace. Look at that. This is the loft, as you might imagine. We're near the top. You go ahead and rest. I haven't even used anything. I haven't. Like, a bit of FP, but that regenerates. That's fine, actually. Hyper mode might be useful here. Where is that? If we can damage things without getting damaged here, we will be better off. Right, so just be a little careful. We've got bats around us mainly at the moment, which isn't like the end of the world. But there is one fire monk person that we need to be careful of. I would prefer to be able to take them out simply. Got bat over here. I mean, in fact, we can hit 4K. It's pretty absurd, actually. There is one kind of annoyance here, and that is that we can't really avoid having to come through twice. Because you can see there's loot on the cog over that side, and there's also loot on the cog over that side. And we need to cross over at some point, and we can't really like get back up to this point without going back to the Grace. So we, or at least I haven't found a way of doing that. So unfortunately, that is something that we simply have to deal with if we want to get everything. We're going to choose this side first, just because we get the most complete run this way. Wrath from Afar. I think the other ones are Spirit Ash, but I can't quite remember. Alright, and we're going to jump over onto the platform. I suppose you could try sniping that guy, but the moment you aggro him, he is going to start throwing his fireballs at you, and that's not going to be great. That's simply not a great time. So yeah, we're going to go down a level. I don't think there's an actual platform I can drop on from here. There is a ladder to get back up, but what I'd like to do, I'm going to show you in a second, tiny trick. See the chain? Look, that's to a lift. So I'm going to just run off onto the lift. Then we can roll off this way. Get melee weapon out. We're going to get into sneak mode. A bit too fast. We don't want it to turn around on us. Crazy how much damage I did. Even with the Lloyd's Talisman on, that was a lot of attacks, really. There we have that. And now we're going to go up the lift. This is going to cause Red Boy to aggro on us, so we need to be pretty quick if we want to do any spell damage to him. But the pillars should interfere with some of the fireballs. Alright, so we're going to just cast through here quickly as we can. It's not cheese, it's strategy. Hello, bat. And another bat. I need you all to not be getting in my way. Okay, so, bit of a quick thing we have to do here, so we need to go in there, press the button, and then wait until we can see this one. I mean, you can jump on it, like, immediately if you're confident, but I like to be able to see it. And then we can jump over for Spirit Ash. I don't like this jump at all. And like I said, so like maybe you could jump the corner, but it just, we can't really get to there. So I'll probably come and do that as like a little bit of cleanup at the end of the episode or something. But what we can do... Go ahead and get all this looted. Oh, so if he dropped loot on that we were on earlier. Cheeky little bugger. Alright, not too much in the way of enemies on here, which is good. Got another lift. Don't do anything stupid like walking off it. How are we for fragments anyway? Skeleton fragments are on 1. 29 minutes. This was a long episode, wasn't it? This was a long episode. Just really move that now. I do like Lloyd's Talisman when you need it. Nice little boost of damage. Oh, I just realized what that guy's loot is. No, it's not. We got Wrath Attack. No. I thought it was gonna give us. I was just thinking, did we get Wrath Attack? We did. We did. Being paranoid for no reason. Probably the worst boss in Elden Ring. All of Elden Ring is the worst boss through that door. I'm gonna grab this. We're actually gonna go through the statue later. That's gonna be the next episode though. And that also means we are basically done. I just want to grab that last piece of loot. So I'm going to make sure I've got this rest of that. We're going to go back to the loft. Where are you, loft? Storehouse loft. Back up. It's very eerie. Would you please come down? There we go. I didn't fancy getting up there and fighting that. Not when it was like waiting for me there. No. You can come to me. No, I can do this one. I thought this one had loot on. Was I wrong? Oh, this one doesn't have any loot on. Oh. I thought it did. Alright, well, at least we stood here. It's all done. So, that means this is the end of this episode. In the next one, we're going to be dealing with the Cathedral of Banus Meteor's questline. So, we're probably going to start there. I remember his name. It's pretty sure it's Emir. Shouldn't be too long. But it's probably not going to be the shortest episode. Because we've got two sizable episodes to go, sizable areas, but there's not a lot in them, right? So this whole area, we're basically just trying to get through the area. There's not that much there to collect. We just have to get to this. And the same is to be said of this. There is one thing that might take some time. We've got two tree sentinels to fight and a what's it called? One of the bulls over there. So some old friends of ours, and there is a little house to get. So like underneath the dragon's wing over here, we have to get around to this little hut you can see. So a couple of bits that we have to grab as we're going around. But all in all, shouldn't be too bad. Did I get enough to level? I didn't. I'm gonna make sure I get enough to level. Ha ha ha. Let's go with you. Alright, catch you guys very shortly. I'm gonna put a point into endurance and I'll see you next time.